In 1963, Ford Motor Company attempted one of the biggest business deals in automotive history. Their goal was simple: buy Ferrari. Instead, they started a war, a rivalry that would change motorsport forever. To understand why Ford wanted Ferrari, we first need to understand what Ferrari represented in the early 1960s. Founded by Enzo Ferrari, the company had earned a reputation unlike any other. Ferrari didn't simply build sports cars. It built racing machines designed to compete against the very best in the world. Road cars were important, but they existed largely to support Ferrari's true passion, motor racing. Nowhere was that passion more visible than the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Held annually in France, Le Mans wasn't just another race. It was the ultimate test of speed, endurance, engineering, and teamwork. Winning once could define a career. Winning repeatedly created legends. During the early 1960s, Ferrari became that legend. Year after year, the famous red cars crossed the finish line ahead of their rivals, building an image of prestige that captivated enthusiasts around the world. Ferrari wasn't simply winning races, it was becoming a symbol of automotive excellence. Across the Atlantic, Ford Motor Company watched with admiration. Henry Ford II had transformed the family business into one of the largest automobile manufacturers on Earth. Millions of people drove Ford vehicles. But despite its commercial success, Ford lacked something Ferrari possessed in abundance: prestige. Ford built reliable cars for everyday drivers. Ferrari built dreams. Henry Ford II understood that winning at Le Mans could change how the world viewed his company. Building that reputation from scratch would take years. Buying Ferrari seemed like a much faster solution. If Ford owned Ferrari, it would instantly gain access to one of the most successful racing teams in history. In 1963, Ford executives traveled to Italy. Negotiations between the two companies began in earnest. Lawyers examined financial records. Engineers discussed future plans. Executives drafted contracts. Every indication suggested that the agreement was moving toward completion. Ford believed it was only a matter of time before Ferrari officially became part of the company. For Henry Ford II, the acquisition promised something money alone could never buy: respect. It appeared to be one of the biggest business deals in automotive history. Then, everything changed. As negotiations reached their final stages, Enzo Ferrari carefully reviewed the contract. One section immediately caught his attention. While Ford was willing to purchase Ferrari, it also expected control over the racing program. For Enzo Ferrari, racing wasn't just another department within the company. It was the company. The road cars existed because of racing. Every decision, every innovation, and every sacrifice revolved around competition. According to numerous historical accounts, Enzo Ferrari refused to surrender that control. The deal collapsed. After months of negotiations, Ford executives returned home empty-handed. For Henry Ford II, this wasn't merely a failed business transaction. It was a public humiliation. Ford had invested months of work, substantial financial resources, and enormous expectations into acquiring Ferrari. Now the entire deal had fallen apart. The rejection quickly became personal. Henry Ford II no longer wanted to own Ferrari. He wanted to defeat Ferrari, not in a courtroom, not in a boardroom, but on the racetrack. If Ferrari wouldn't join Ford, Ford would build a car capable of beating Ferrari at Le Mans. The challenge sounded almost impossible. Ferrari had spent decades perfecting endurance racing. Ford had never won Le Mans. But Henry Ford II was determined. He was willing to spend millions of dollars, hire the world's greatest engineers, and recruit one man whose passion for speed matched his own. His name was Carroll Shelby, and together they would begin building one of the most legendary race cars ever created. But that's a story for part 2.